What's good with it, Black Goose TV family, man? Double salute. Your boy Fluenceboxing is in the building, back at it again with some Fluenceboxing news. Look, I didn't know if I was gonna end up doing videos. I didn't know if I was gonna go live. My allergies was killing me. They was going crazy. But at the end of the day, we here. Better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Better here than not being here, whatever the case may be. Look, y'all excuse me. I'm saying this in advance. I'm apologizing in advance. I might be on the sneeze side of the game. I might be on the sniffle side of the game. When I went and I did my workout today, you know what I'm saying? When I was doing my cardio, I went crazy with it. But for some reason, the gym, it was cold as hell. And the weather has been like just going crazy in the sense of it's hot one day, it's like kind of cool another day, it's windy one day. It's like the weather's just been all over the place. But today, the weather was kind of windy, it was kind of cool. Went did the cardio, they had it cold in there, so it got my allergies just flared up, going crazy. So I'm apologizing in advance if I'm on the sneeze side of the game, the sniffle side of the game for this stream. It's just because of my allergies. Y'all excuse me. Puffy eyes, red eyes, all that stuff, all from my allergies. So y'all excuse me, man. I'm gonna do my best. I didn't know if I was gonna do this because of that, but I was like, man, Deontay Wilder got a lot of footage. And what I mean by footage, we're talking about training. We're talking about an open workout. We know he's finna fight Robert Helenius coming up. Obviously, we have a big heavyweight fight that's going to be happening this weekend. We're going to be doing the Fluence Lounge 4. So tomorrow, make sure y'all look out for that Fluence Friday. We're going to be going all in when it comes to Joseph Parker. When it comes to Joe Joyce, we're going to be looking at the weigh-ins. We're going to look at the open workouts. Of course, we're going to cover a little bit about Shakur Stevenson coming up fight. Obviously, we're going to talk about a little bit of that tonight. But the main focus for this particular live, and the reason why I did decide to go live, even with the allergy situation and all this other extra bullshit I'm dealing with, is because there's a lot of new footage of his opinion, how he feels about future fights, how he looks on the mitts, his current shape. Like it's a beautiful thing because it's like we haven't heard from Deontay Wilder in such a long period of time, right? And so it only makes sense, or maybe it doesn't make sense, whatever the case, however you want to feel. But me personally, I'm excited about it. It's like I can't ignore this. It's like I gotta go live. I gotta watch this footage. I got to see what type of shape he's in. Also, I'm interested to see his opinion on, a lot of fights that are going to happen, who he thinks is going to win. We haven't heard from him in so long, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to get into tonight. That's going to be the main focus of the whole entire live. Of course, we're going to get a little bit into Shakur Stevenson missing weight, him losing belts. What does it mean? But we'll go into a little bit more in depth of that tomorrow, of course, because we're going to kind of combine that with the Joseph Parker, Joe Joyce reaction for the live weigh-ins and also their open workout session. But tonight, we're going to focus on the Deontay Wilder side of the game. Salute to the people. Y'all already know what it is. Appreciate everybody. If you come up in here, man, show some love. Hit the like button below. If you ain't part of the family, subscribe to the channel. You already know what type of time we on. Notification gang, all that good stuff. Comment, man. Get in the live chat. I don't know how long it's going to be tonight because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it might be a good time. It may not be a good time, whatever the case may be. Show some love. Tell me if you've enjoyed it. Tell me if you didn't. Don't matter. Anyways, okay. We're going to get into the first reaction video. And actually, the first reaction video is going to surprise a lot of y'all. It's not actually going to be Deontay Wilder. It's not going to be Shakur Stevenson. It's going to be old man Bob Earl. Why is it going to be old man Bob Earl? Because I'm interested in to see what he thinks about the potential Usyk versus Deontay Wilder fight that will obviously only happen if Wilder is able to get past Robert Helenius. Also, remember this too. Eddie Hearn's one of the guys who came out and said, well, I don't see Wilder being able to win a round. So I'm going to just see how Bob feels about it. Old man Bob, because man, he's a straight shooter. Regardless of how, whatever opinion you have on old man Bob, how you feel about him, he's a straight shooter. He says how he feels, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I respect old man Bob a lot more than I respect Don King. Like, he's not even the same conversation. People try to like lump them two in the same thing. I'm like, man, old man Bob is not no Don King. Don King, man, he's a crip. But all right, let's see what he got to say real quick. Let me make sure the volume on. All right, we're good to go. All right, let's get it.
I wanted to ask, just wanted to get your thoughts on Eddie Hearn saying that if Usyk was to face Wilder, Wilder wouldn't win a round. Wilder could land that knockout punch, but he wouldn't win a round. Do you see it the same way?
Wouldn't win a round, but Wilder, I don't wish Wilder on my worst enemy. I mean, because Wilder, as he showed with Tyson Fury, is a tough out because Fury was beating him until Wilder knocked Fury down twice before Fury got up and knocked Wilder out. Wilder is a very underrated fighter, and I think Usyk may be too small for Wilder, and he doesn't punch like Wilder.
Real quick, I gotta stop. I know I'm just disrespectful to stop, but old man Bob is a straight shooter. I'm telling you, I love how he combined all that together. Like in the beginning, he was like, okay, yeah, Wilder may not win a round, but he's basically saying and summarizing like, if Wilder lands on Usyk, then what?
I like Wilder in that fight.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's hard to, it's hard to tell punches from different eras. I mean, was he a bigger puncher than Ernie Shavers? It's hard to tell. Bigger puncher than George Foreman? Hard to tell. So, just say for this era, Wilder is probably next to Fury, the best puncher in the heavyweight division.
Gotcha. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate
Bob, man, old man Bob. Yeah, I heard that. I'm gonna wind that one more time for you.
Gotcha. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it.
In case you didn't hear it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be a fanboy. But hey, man, straight shooter. That's why I always respect Bob's opinion. Whenever Bob, they interview Bob, old man Bob, I like to call him. And a lot of people, man, they don't respect Bob for some reason. I don't understand. They don't want to listen to it. But I'm like, every time I hear his opinion on a fight, every time I hear his opinion on whatever's going on, he's just a straight shooter. Because you got to think about it. He's like 92 years old. If you're 92, why would you waste your time saying words that don't mean nothing? You only going to say what you feel. I don't have time to over here play some bullshit. I'm 92 years old. So, I you know what I'm saying? Maybe beforehand that wasn't the case. But now, old man Bob, man, anytime I get a chance to hear what his opinion is, I'm going to listen to it. So salute to that, man. So you heard it himself, man. Bob literally said that he feels like, well, he said he has Deontay Wilder if if they were to fight in the Alexander Usyk fight. That's interesting. But of course he's going to say that obviously because he's co-promoter of Tyson Fury, and that makes Tyson Fury look like like he is the best in the world. He is on top. All right, so there is a right after that, we're gonna go into Deontay Wilder sends Usyk a scary KO message, and we're gonna get into open workout as well. But you know what I'm saying. I haven't heard Deontay Wilder in a minute. I haven't heard his opinion, what he's been talking, all that good stuff. So I'm like, yo, look, if I'm going to watch some of these interviews, I may as well watch it with the family. Why should I just watch it by myself? So before we do get into the actual open workout of Deontay Wilder, obviously, you know what I'm saying, we're looking at a couple interviews, seeing what people had to say. Bob Arum was the first one, old man Bob. He said Usyk can win every round, but apparently he thinks that if Deontay Wilder lands, that's it for Usyk. So, and he's possibly too small. So, and he said he favors, Wilder in that fight if the fight does happen. While Eddie Hearn, on the other hand, of course, because AJ lost to Usyk, he said Usyk wins all 12 rounds. So, who do you guys feel like wins that fight, or who you guys more in agreement to when it comes to both those promoters? Let's say this too: Eddie Hearn has been at beef with all the promoters when it comes to this past week, man. From Leonard Ellaby, I know Steven Espinosa isn't a promoter, but he's part of the game. They coming at Eddie right now. I'm surprised Oscar didn't say nothing, but of course he co-signed with DAZN. People coming at me too because I'm dropping videos. Y'all thinking I'm just bashing Eddie. It's crazy. It's like, man, I was an Eddie Hearn fan for the longest, and ain't nobody showed me love for that. Now I put a title up, and y'all think that's the case. I'm like, watch the video. Y'all don't watch the video, man. Watch the video. I'm not even bashing nobody, but all right. Anyways, let's go. Let me go ahead and share this. This little interview from Deontay the Bronze Bomber. See what he has to say. It's a message toward Usyk, Alexander Usyk, calling him out.
Barclays Center, because you've had some of the best knockouts there. You've been in business for a while.
Yeah, Barclays Center is my baby. That's like my second home. And we've had many conversations, about going back to the Barclays Center, and the people that run the Barclays Center. We have many conversations of coming back there, and I think it's the perfect time and perfect place for the situation, and I'm looking forward to going back out in Brooklyn where I have my most exciting knockouts, my most dramatic and most electrifying times and most memorable moments. You know what I mean? So Barclays Center at Brooklyn, here we come.
I wish all the new boxing fans remember like a young, 25, 26-year-old Deontay Wilder when he used to do press conferences. His vocabulary was spectacular. Good times. I'm getting old. I'm getting very old.
My most memorable moment, and I always think about this, even when they talk about knockouts, what's the best knockout I've had? And it still lingers to the author's. And when I hear him, I thought I took his life, you know, and that was the most scariest thing of all. Like seeing a guy, you know, all good intentions, good hype for the fight, want to serve.
Oh, the speaker. I don't know what happened. It's froze up a little bit. My bad, y'all.
His country, and you know, I always tell everyone that fighters will risk our lives for others in entertainment, and there's no way around it, because when you're stepping in that square ring, that's exactly what we're doing. You know, people look at this business, and they want to put sport in front of it and think it's something pretty, it's something nice, and you're supposed to get along and all that. It's the total opposite. It's a monster. It's a business. And once we understand and wrap our mind around the business set of things instead of the sport of it, because it's not a sport, we understand that it's circumstances, it's consequences.
Man, I've been trying to preach that for the longest when it comes to this channel. Like, it's more than just one fighter wanting to fight another fighter. It's a business, there's money involved, marketing, all this. But I think that's becoming more known now that YouTube, internet, all these different things, different opinions. But there's also a lot of misinformation out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of false information. So there's still a narrative, you know, being driven, you know what I'm saying, an emotional based viewpoint from a lot of people, because, you know, a lot of times those narratives can drive numbers, and which numbers usually drives revenue drives money, et cetera, et cetera. So, you know, I understand all those different standpoints, but at the end of the day, it all revolves around the fact that, yeah, you can feel a way toward a fighter, but you can't just say this fight should have happened or it didn't happen because of this fighter, because that doesn't make any sense, because the fighters don't make the fights, the promoters make the fights. And it seems like that's easily missed out, or that's easily a missed point. People think there's a control. Yeah, the fighter can say yes, yeah, the fighter can say no, but at the end of the day, the promoters make the fights. So, and the management signed the contracts
that come behind getting inside of the ring, you know what I mean? And with that being said, I always look out my fellow fighters, you know what I mean? Because I'm a fighter myself, and I understand the certain things that goes on and deal with it. So that's my most memorable moment at the Barclays Center in time. I had a great time with.
Only Deontay Wilder can remix a word the way he does it in a respectful fashion too. Because I would never say this to his face, because, you know what I'm saying, he probably knocked me out, but he remixed memorable. It was like a rememberable fashion. He meant to say a memorable fashion. You gotta put re there. Memorable. Respect though. Much love, bros.
With him and a Polish fan, and I'm looking forward to making more memories there.
What's the biggest fight in the division business-wise?
Say that again?
What's the biggest fight in the division business-wise?
Right now?
Yeah.
Man, we got a lot of great fights out there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of great fights. You got, they've been talking about the Usyk thing. Like I said, I'm not.
There we go.
Pass anyone. They got the Ruiz fight. You know, that's going to be huge as well. And, the Joshua's still like, everybody's still out there. You know what I mean? So, when you have a exciting heavyweight champion, you know, everything else come back to life. You know, the excitement,
He right.
People getting the interest back in it. The money goes up for all the fighters. You know, I had many fighters, man, come back, man, we need you back. You know what I mean? And so a lot of things go up, you know. Only the future can tell what it holds. But I think the future is bright, and it holds a lot of things in store for boxing fans in general.
Back home, they giving you a lot of love. Do you planning to go back home and do one more?
Back home?
Back home in Alabama.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Alabama's always showing me love. You know, I got the statue now. They made me a walking living legend. Young, at the age of almost 37. So right there in the heart of Dixie. It means a lot to me. Every time I think about that, it's like a feeling that I can't describe.
Man, time be flying. I remember watching this brother when he was 27.
To really describe the feelings.
10 years done passed that quick, man.
But I love home. I love it. The saying is no place like home, and I cherish that to my heart.
You're gonna give him one more fight out there?
Maybe a couple more fights, as long as I'm in. I only want to be in maybe 3 years or so. and that's it. So we're gonna see what we can fit in.
So he wants to be out of there by 40.
Places, locations, different venues, and stuff like that. Because once it's over, it's over for me.
Wow, you know Usyk's gonna be at the fight. Did anyone tell you that?
I did. I heard Usyk's gonna be there now. I'll be looking forward to seeing him. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a great card overall. And why not come and see a good show? You know what I mean? So we're gonna welcome him with open arms, and I hope you take notes.
It'd be crazy if Wilder has a tough time with Robert Helenius. It's going to be interesting. Like, the only thing that, I love Wilder. I'm a big fan of Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see him back in the ring. I can't wait to see him back in the ring. You know what I'm saying? This fight is a big deal. This fight is a big deal. Just like this weekend, Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce. That's also a big deal when it comes to heavyweight division. But, what's interesting to me when I really think about it, when I really put everything, you know what I'm saying, I put everything into a box, dissect it, analyze it, and think to myself, okay, Deontay Wilder is coming off of a trilogy where a lot of people would say he lost all 3 fights. Some people would say he won the first fight, but lost the last 2 convincingly. Some would say the first one was debatable, lost the last 2 convincingly. Some would say the first one's a draw, lost the last 2 convincingly. But whatever it is, excuse me, it's a trilogy that did not go his way. And that was his first, 2 losses, possibly 3 that he's ever felt. And 2 of them was him getting brutally, TKO, knocked out, whatever the case you want to call it. How will he recover from that? Because he took a long layoff. And some would say, well, no, it wasn't long. It was appropriate time, considering the damage that he took in those trilogy fights. Either way it goes, how will he recover from that? Is he going to be the same fighter fighting against Robert Helenius, or will he be a little bit timid to pull the trigger? Is he going to be a fighter that he's usually not? Like we said, he has a whole new trainer with Malik Scott. Yeah, obviously Malik Scott came, when he, after the first loss or the draw in the trilogy fight, or excuse me, after the second loss, he came in the third fight for the trilogy fight for Deontay Wilder, and now he's his new trainer. But is that going to be a good thing for Deontay Wilder? Like, will he be the same fighter, or is he going to be fighting different? With him fighting different, not sitting down his punches, now possibly is a chance for someone like Robert Helenius, who's just as big as him, to be able to get off certain shots. Who knows? There's a big what if factor that a lot of people aren't talking about when it comes to this fight, when it comes to Deontay Wilder, because at the end of the day, as much as you love Wilder, as much as he has a big right hand, he can knock people out, as much as he's been that guy, he was that guy, and yes, he's only lost 2, basically the guy at the heavyweight division. He is 37. He is coming back from some pretty brutal finishes, brutal knockouts, TKOs, whatever the case you want to call it. And he took some time off. So how will he respond to fighting a guy like Robert Helenius? What if he doesn't look that good? What if he wins, but he doesn't look that good? What if he wins and it's controversial? What if he loses? So I think that's something that a lot of people are talking about. I think people are just overlooking Robert Helenius right now. This is a big chance for Robert Helenius. I know Robert Helenius is a solid fighter, and a lot of people are saying, well, look, boxing isn't, MMA, there's a higher probability when it comes to certain matchups. Like, usually when you make a certain matchup in boxing, when it comes to a high profile guy, they're making it for a reason, but upsets happen, man. And I think not enough people are talking about, even if, let's say, Deontay Wilder wins, what if he can't KO Robert Helenius because he's just fighting differently? He's bringing a whole different stylistic approach. Just because, like I said, it's only going to be a second fight with Malik Scott. Malik Scott fought, Malik Scott was more of a boxer the way he fought. Wilder's a puncher. That's why, in my personal opinion, Brillen was such a great trainer for him, because Brillen, even though he was at a lower weight class, he was a puncher in his weight class. He knocked folks out. He looks for the KO, and it worked for Deontay Wilder. So how is this new stylistic approach that Malik Scott's going to be implemented in Deontay Wilder's game going to work for him when he has a big right hand? That's going to be interesting. I'm just putting some arguments out there. So, all right, let's what's next? What we going to roll to next, y'all? Let's go to Deontay Wilder saying something about Eddie Hearn. I know y'all Eddie Hearn people going to hate this. I seen some bullshit, man. That's why I changed my shit. Damn, I want to kill this thing. Oh, got it. Killed it, you bitch nigga. My bad, y'all. Kill that nigga. Okay. Let's Oh, okay, I can't share it yet. I gotta actually click on the video. Nigga. Deontay Wilder has some choice words from my guy Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn's just getting it from everywhere right now, man. People's upset with Eddie Hearn. I don't know why, man, but they just feel a certain way about Eddie. But it's like, man, Eddie Hearn, man, he had some good years, man. A couple years back, I remember I was like, man, that's the promoter of the year. He did some American boxers wrong, but other than that, he grew his shit.
Did Deontay care to Deontay, you care to respond to the latest Eddie Hearn madness? He was saying you wouldn't win a round against Usyk if that's the fight that happens.
I mean, we have to find out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is subject to their own opinion. I mean, I can't take his opinion away, along with no one else. You know what I mean? The fight has to be made, and we'll see what happens once it's done. I don't think that's just a win. You know what I mean?
Andre
We'll
Ward.
see what happens. Maybe he's still a little salty because this fighter got beat. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Actually, Andre Ward jumped in and said, "You're crazy, Eddie. There's no way he doesn't get hit with that right hand." And at least, yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you said when though, and not if.
Damn, that must have hurt. Something. Either that felt great or it hurt. Like he in pain. What if he got an injury? All right. I don't know, man. That ending right there, I was like, damn, is he injured? I was like, the way he looked and then put his face into the towel, I was like, that shit look like it hurt like a mud. But you heard him right there. I ain't mad at it in no type of way. You seem like Deontay Wilder was focused. He ready to go. I like that he didn't even come at Eddie Hearn. I know they said salty in a little title. I'm like, he didn't say nothing. He just said, we'll see. We'll see. So I like that. So, all right, what we going to do now? We going to get into the actual open workout. I had my talk. You know what I'm saying? I said my opinion. I voiced how I felt. You know what I'm saying? All the different situations. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for this fight. And I'm also very, very excited for Joseph Parker versus George Joyce. That's coming up, obviously, this weekend. We're going to have the Fluence Lounge for it. It's going to be a good time. But let's get into what we here for, Black Goose TV family. Let's get into the open workout. So we got Deontay Wilder, brand new. We got to listen to him. We heard Bob Arum. He said if Usyk versus Wilder happened, he would probably lean towards Wilder, while Eddie Hearn said Usyk wins all 12 rounds. He doesn't even get touched. There's actually, okay, one more video before we get to there. There's one more video actually I want to do before we get to the actual open workout. So this is Deontay Wilder talking about the cheating accusations that he put on Tyson Fury throughout the trilogy. A lot of people demonize them for that. A lot of people still don't like him because of those. A lot of people feel like he should take him back. A lot of people, all these different type of things. So he actually spoke on this. So I actually want to get into this real quick, and then we'll go on to that. And then we'll go on to the open workout. Okay. Here we go.
It could. I mean, y'all know the business of boxing. It's a business. You know what I mean? One thing can go one way, but then when they get down to the business part about it, things can speed up, or certain people can
hit that like button too. By the way, y'all, if y'all come up in here, hit the like button.
You know what I mean? And it can
subscribe to the channel, man.
Robert, it can definitely be Usyk. You know what I mean? So it's just a great feeling just to be back in the mix of things and have so many different options on the table, and but one step at a time.
With Robert, though, is any part of you, coming back after a year, anxious to have taken a shot as hard or taken a shot on fight night just to know everything there is still 100%?
Could you repeat that one more time?
With the Robert Valenius fight, is any part of you actually anxious to take a punch? Whether it's hard or in the fight, just to know everything's still 100%.
I mean, it's still not really anxious. I'm getting a lot in training. I'm getting a lot in sparring now and different things like that. So, I mean, it's not my first rodeo. So, I'm used to a lot of things, especially
hit the like button, y'all.
So it's not really an overwhelming feeling.
Like button, subscribe to the channel, show some love.
I'm happy to be back, and I'm gonna give 110%, just like I've always given. And look forward to seeing everyone there, and the fans been on the edge of the seat when I fight. So
Deontay, so knowing you have some familiarity with the ladies, what do you
like button, subscribe to the channel, family.
Warrior. I mean, he just like I. He got a warrior heart. And I always tell people the mind doesn't control the body. Your heart controls the body. Because how many times have you done things, ran or done an obstacle that got too hard for you, but became too long in your mind, say, I gotta quit. I can't do it no more.
But what pushes you?
The mind
Talk
will
about
tell you these things. The mind will even tell you, you great, but some other people's opinion would affect how you feel about yourself and it affect your work. But with your heart will tell you you're a doctor for this.
Hallelujah.
Your heart will tell you can't stop now. You got people that depend on you. You got children. You gotta feed. You know what I mean? So the mind doesn't run the body. It's the heart. That's why I always tell people.
Hit the like button, y'all.
Deontay, after your second fight with Tyson Fury.
Yeah, let me hear about the allegations.
Do you still feel that way after the second fight?
I go with that to my grave.
And
okay.
Can you be more specific? What do you?
I've said enough on that. You know what I mean? And what I've said, I'm at peace with, and I'm happy. So I'll go to my grave for what I know was to be, and we're gonna keep it as that.
Which trilogy do you think was greater for the sport? You and Tyson?
He didn't back down. He said he going that to his
It's always
grave.
gonna be the heavyweights. You know what I mean? The saying is, once the heavyweight dies, so does boxing. I believe in that.
He said he taking that joint to his grave, man. He ain't taking back none of them allegations, none of them things he threw out there on them things. You feel me? I ain't mad at it though. Salute to you, Deontay Wilder. I'm happy that you back. All right. Now, I know I said earlier, I was like, oh, here it goes, blah, blah, blah. All right, for real, here we go. Let's get into the actual whole point. I came and decided to be on live, man. Let's get into the open workouts, man. We got how many videos? 1, 2, 3. We got 3 videos we're going to do for the open workout. Talk a little bit about Shakur Stevenson missing weight. Maybe listen to the trainer of Deontay Wilder about what he thinks coming up, and we'll call it a night. But salute the people. Happy Thursday. We already know, man, Saturday we're going to have the Fluenceboxing going crazy. Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce is going to be early in the day for all my U.S. people. Remember, that's not going to be late at night. It's going to be early in the day. Now, will I go live for the Shakur Stevenson fight? I'm not sure. I'll let y'all know that. But we're definitely going to be live for Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce, and that's going to be early in the day. But let's go ahead. Let's get into this first part of the open workout for Deontay Wilder. We're going to see how he looks. It's been a long time, year and a half. Since we've seen him in the ring, 36 going on 37. Who would have thought? Who would have known? But we here nonetheless. Let's get it. Salute to the people, man. Much love. For real. See, we got music playing. No music. I love it. So we're going to watch a little shadow boxing to start off before we go to the mitts. I'll be right back. Got a little bathroom break. What y'all think? What y'all seeing so far? He's moving a lot more, man. Footwork looks good. He's at a lighter weight. I'm happy he decided to stay at a lighter weight. I think him, gaining weight was the worst thing he should ever did. He looks good, man. Looks light on his feet. He's moving. Kind of looks scary. He looks like everything that everyone criticized him not to be. I know it's just shadow boxing, but he never used to shadow. He used to be a lot more heavier. He's moving like Malik Scott. Now the thing is, the only thing I'm scared of is, will he still have Deontay Wilder power fighting like Malik Scott, which is a boxer, light on his feet, staying on the outside, head movement. This is what everybody wanted to see. This is what everybody wanted from Deontay Wilder. My only question is, will he still have the Deontay Wilder power if he's fighting this way and not sitting down on all of his punches the same way he did, previously? But he looks good. He never shadow boxed like this. I don't know if anybody followed Deontay Wilder. He never moved his feet this way. He was a plotter. He came forward, kind of predicted what he was going to come with, but he sat down on everything. He's not sitting down on everything here. A lot of this is light throwing. A lot of this is touch, pad. He's sitting down on some, but he's staying on the outside. This is interesting. For all the criticizers, I'm like, this is what y'all wanted to see. Is it going to be effective, in an actual fight? We'll find out. He looks great though. And he looks in good condition. Looks like he's not missing a step, if you want to be 100 with you. And his fight isn't until October. So he's in great shape. This is interesting. This is a different Deontay Wilder. This is a Deontay Wilder mixed with a Malik Scott hybrid. You feel me? All right, let's move on to the next clip. This one's a little bit longer. We're going to see a little bit more of what Deontay Wilder is looking like, man. This is interesting, dog. I ain't. It's like I expected this, but I didn't. But it's like it's interesting because actually seeing it is kind of crazy. Let's go. Big man game. Big man game. Okay. Get out of there. Wilder looks, man. He looks great, man. This is what y'all want to see, right? Will it translate into the ring? Will this new style from Deontay Wilder be able to translate into getting a quick knockout from Robert Helenius? Will people say, I'm not impressed? There's a lot of pressure right now on Deontay. And Robert Helenius is no joke. Don't think that's easy work. That's not easy work. Ooh, okay, I like that. That was beautiful.
Who you guys been watching tapes of, Malik?
Robert Hellenius.
Wilder looks in great shape. I'll say that. The thing is, you got to think about this. Wilder never ran. He's just now implementing running in his workouts, and he's never had cardio issues. I'll be interested to see his cardio now that he's implementing running. Dude gonna be a fucking tank. Because even right now, seeing the way he's moving as a heavyweight, he's about what? He looks about 215, maybe 220. But he looks light on his feet, man. But what I'm going to be interested in seeing when it comes to this particular fight, is if Robert Hellenius does land a big shot, how will Wilder, react to it after taking a lot of damage from the Tyson Fury trilogy? That's what I'm going to be interested in seeing. Because the only time Wilder's been hurt was by Ortiz. But he's never been dropped. He's never been dropped and stopped away with Tyson Fury. So Tyson Fury was able to, he got dropped by Cunningham, but he won the fight, so he was able to come back. Yeah, he got dropped by Deontay Wilder, but he got a draw. He was able to come back and win the fight. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Wilder is going to be able to return coming off of 2 back-to-back stoppages. Will he be a little bit afraid to get hit? Will that be a concern to him? Because that's going to take away a lot from his ability and his advantages and what he can do if he's scared to get hit, or possibly scared for the same thing that happened against Tyson Fury. Or maybe he can have the confidence of, I fought the best heavyweight in the world, so ain't no other heavyweight could fuck with me, and that's going to give him the confidence to come forward and really do some crazy shit. We're going to see. He looks great, man. If you think he don't look great, you hate him. You just hate him, bro. Hit the like button, man. If y'all up in here, man, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the family, man. And he looked good, man. Will he be able to implement this against Robert Hellenius, though? And is all the haters happy? I'm like, everybody wanted to see Deontay Wilder fighting like this. The haters. I'm like, the real fans of Wilder, we never cared about how it was. But a lot of y'all haters like, this is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see him box. We wanted to see him use the jab when he really got that power in that right hand. You feel me? He looks great, though. He looks fast. He looks quick. He looks young, youthful, great shape. Best shape he's been in a long time. Look like he's been in the gym a lot longer than a lot of people think. Okay. Damn. Wilder looks good, man. Okay. Man, I hope he can implement this, man, into in this Robert Hellenius fight. If we see him on a whole nother level against Robert Hellenius, man, using this footwork, using the jab, that would be crazy. Then just big knockout, that would be crazy, man. Robert Hellenius ain't no joke, man. Hellenius is a very good. This is a lot of people think this is just a warm-up fight for Deontay Wilder, but that means you don't know nothing about boxing. Man, Robert Hellenius, he upset Kawanaki. He was the one who exposed Kawanaki. Everyone had a lot of hope for Kawanaki, man. Beat him twice, knocked him out. Robert Hellenius is not an easy fight. So y'all, anybody who thinks that, man, y'all don't know boxing. Helenius is on a high right now, on a win streak, and stopping somebody who was literally supposed to be a prodigy. You feel me? Not a prodigy, excuse me. He was supposed to, who was supposed to take an L. Who was supposed to take an L against a prodigy, somebody who they felt like was going to be, a contender and a big name at the heavyweight division in Adam Kanawanaki, and we see that's not the case anymore. You feel me? I love the cardio that's coming from Wilder. I love the shape. It seems like he's not getting tired. I just my only concern is how he's gonna feel when he gets hit with a big punch. How he's gonna react to that. Look at him, no break. Look at him back in. I'm telling you, man, his cardio's always been the craziest when it comes to heavyweights.
Have you caught it? Have you been tired once off camp?
I just hope he doesn't overwork himself. That's real, especially at his age. Let's be honest, man. He's never been the greatest with defense, so it's gonna be interesting to see that. That's why gonna be interesting. But his defense looks on point with working with Malik Scott. His feet looks good, man. He's moving at all times, man. He looks good, man. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was gonna be interested to see if he's gonna be able to implement that in the ring because he's fighting a total different style. It's kind of similar to the third fight with Tyson Fury when he had Malik Scott. Like he was fighting a total different style, and it seemed like at some point, it's kind of like it's similar to Triple G. You feel me? He got a new trainer. He thought he was gonna be able to resurrect things, but at the end of the day, you kind of are who you are. So it looks great now, but I'll be very observant when it comes to Helenius' fight. If he ends up being, Wilder at the end of the day, or is he able to implement this type of fighting style, or just, because I'm like, this is interesting. This is completely different than most of the power work he does. Will he be able to do these things successfully in the actual fight against Robert Helenius? Will he even try to implement them, or he would just be the same old Wilder? These are all questions that you got to ask yourself when it comes to this, particular fight happening. Especially if you're a Wilder fan and you're seeing this. Because he's definitely training different. His approach is different. Everything's different. And obviously, because if you watch the way Malik Scott fights, if you watch the way Mark Brilliant fights, it's completely different.
Yep.
I think it's a little too extra. Me personally, you feel me? I'm not saying it's fake. I'm not saying it's not gonna work. I just think me personally, I'm like, it's a little bit too extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't finna be doing all that. Like, come on, man. I know you feel good, you there, but let's keep some things realistic. And that's what Brilliant used to do. You know what I'm saying? Let's gear towards you. That's the only thing that worries me when it comes to Malik Scott being his main trainer is like he allows him kind of like, yeah, you want to be free, you want to be loose, you want to do what you do, you know what I'm saying? Take advantage of your openings, take advantage of your spots, but sometimes it's like you also got to rein him in, you feel me? Like you got to rein him, in. Like, come on, you got to chill. Like, that'd be crazy. All right, this is the last little video. We might have already seen this. This might be a clip off of what we just watched, but this is gonna be the last little clip we're gonna do for the open workout for the Deontay Wilder joint. Then after that, we're gonna go to the Shakur Stevenson missing weight. Y'all already know. Salute to the people, man. If you're up in here, man, hit the like button. Show some love, man. We here late night Thursday. You already know what it is. Your boy got work tomorrow, and we still here having a good time. I'm not even tripping. But I'm excited, man, because we got a lot of good fights. Yeah, I probably already seen this, but I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw it up here anyways. Because I got my criticisms. You feel me? Let's get it. I'm never a big fan of the noodles. You feel me? Like that? Like, I'm not really sure what that was. I'm not a big fan of that. It's not what he does, man. Hands down. No one's going to rest like that, Scott. You should have started throwing at him right there. You feel me? Like, look how he's being like subtle with it. Like, that's real weak. You should be throwing crazy at him, man. It's a heavyweight. He's gonna be swinging them things. You feel me? That's too soft. You feel me?
That's the ring, right? That's how you got to talk.
Yeah, he's saying that now. You should have did that in the beginning when he was tired. You're having to fight a way he doesn't fight. I don't know, man. It reminds me a little bit of AJ switching his style. It'll work against the right opponents, but against the wrong opponents, it's gonna be a tough time.
4 minutes, D. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Sneaky.
Take that with you. We'll see how this goes, though.
You're a bad baby.
So it might be the left hook, not the right hand on fight night, D. Ooh, that's that Mayweather Hatton check hook.
Always. Just like that.
What y'all think? You think he's gonna be able to land that left hook?
Damn.
On Helenius?
Come on. Come on.
It looks fast though, man. It's the fastest I've ever seen him. Feet look crazy.
Deontay has to be like a 47,000. 3 minutes.
I'm the best I ever been for sure. Time.
3 minutes.
My only thing is just I hope he doesn't try to implement a style that he's not used to, man. And in the actual fight, man, shit just seem weird when the shit don't like. Because I'm like, if you try to implement a style that you're not used to, and then when the shit start going wrong, it's like you kind of feel helpless because you're like, wait, hold up, I ain't used to this style. Like, can I trust it to bring me back? You feel me? And you go back to what you know. Look, Walter just making shit up. You don't even listen to anything this guy's saying. Listen close. I feel great. That's what he feel. He feel great. I ain't mad at it.
Goes up the window more. That's it.
Been watching tapes on any of the legends, Deontay?
I leave it on me week. What is it? Oh, that's not it. That's how this is, brother.
He look good though. His feet look good, man. He's moving good. He looks fast. He looks like a great shape. He looks great weight. He's not bulking up. He looks amazing, man. I think Wilder's gonna win this fight pretty easily if you want to be 100 with you. All the criticism, everything I was saying, man, he looks in peak shape, man.
Watch a lot of Sugar Ray, Hamalik, a lot of everybody I know.
I'm on Bob Foster right now.
Bob Foster, yep. Tall, lanky puncher, yep. Knock your dick stiff.
You gotta take out the mess up jab. You don't really use a lot. Yeah, that's it. Shot right here. That's it. Thank you. Shot it.
Oh shit, that was beautiful.
Take a walk.
Hey, I ain't mad at it, Nick.
Gave him the Jersey Joe walk.
That was fire.
1 minute.
All right, man. I think, hey, man. Wilder's looking amazing, man. He finna knock out Helenius, man. I ain't mad at it.
Shake it. Shake it. Think about it. That's why I came back. That was what we wanted.
Came back, get the change. I just hope this shit work in the actual fight. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can look all they, you know what I'm saying, look amazing when it comes to the midst. You know, the noodles, the shadow boxing, the pads, all that good stuff. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not saying Wilder ain't proven himself already because he has, but he's gonna be fighting. He's fighting a different fight. He ain't never fought like this. He's fighting, you know, basically on his back foot, using his range, using his power, leaping in and out. He ain't never fought like this. So, will it be implemented in a sense where it'll be able to work for him, or will it be implemented in a sense where it's going to be a liability? That's going to be the question at the end of the day. I can't wait for it. I think it's gonna be a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for the actual fight. Right, this is what we're gonna do. Salute to that. Salute to that topic. We're gonna go into the Shakur Stevenson missing weight. And I'm not gonna discuss too much about it. All right. Because I actually want to talk about it a little bit more tomorrow. But we're gonna play a couple videos. The first one's gonna be before they actually do the face off. Is Shakur just missing weight out? Because I'm interested to see if this was on purpose. Is something they was trying to plan, or they didn't really care. Like, this is the whole reason we gonna move up. This is why we want to move up and fight Loma. Because we've been talking about Loma, so you got to move up for the Loma fight. So it just might be on, something we've been set. You feel me? Let's go. Let's get with it. You feel me? Salute the people, man. Support the channel. Hit the like button. You already know what type of time we on. Hit the like button, y'all. Show me some love, man.
Let's weigh in the champion, the reigning, defending WBC, WBO junior lightweight champion of the world, from right here in Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson.
Oh, he already knew. He didn't even care. He already knew. That's what I'm telling you, man. He already playing. He didn't really. He probably plans to beat. He probably plans to win this fight. He probably plans to win this fight easy, and he's gonna move up and weight. He's gonna try and get the Loma fight. Let me because I'm like, that music probably gonna get me copywritten. Fuck. But I'm like, you see, he's shaking his head. He already know, man. He already know, man. There ain't even no point, man. Look, he said he's not even gonna do it. See, I told you. I'm like, he said he not even gonna do it. I told you. He gonna beat, bruh. It's gonna be a great fight. He gonna beat, bruh. Everybody making a big deal about it. This is all part of the plan. He gonna beat, bruh. He's gonna move up and wait. This is all part of the plan, man. It's all part of the plan, man. That's gonna be a good fight, though. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a Fluence Lounge for it. I probably should, but I don't know. We'll see how it go. But anybody thinking that like it was an accident, that he missed weight or any type of shit like that, I'm like, nah, y'all wrong. Y'all not even close. Y'all totally off. Get your shit checked. Get your shit right. But look, I'm gonna tell you this right now. We got some great fights happening that are coming up this weekend. We got Joseph Parker. We got Joe Joyce. I can't wait for that. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the Fluence Friday. We're going to be looking at the open workouts. We're going to be looking at the weigh-ins. It's going to be crazy. I can't wait for that. And remember, y'all, Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce is going to be in like midday. So it's probably going to be like around like 5 or 6 our time. So remember, it's not going to be late night. I don't know if I'm going to do a Fluence Lounge for the Shakur Stevenson fight, the weigh-ins we just watched. Because I do think he's going to beat him pretty easily. It's going to be easy fights for Shakur, and then he's going to move up in weight. I think it's kind of obvious. Everything is kind of planned out for him, but we're definitely going to be doing the Fluence Lounge for the Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce fight. That's going to be fire. I can't wait for it. It's going to be a good time. I want to say I appreciate everybody. Look, also, I want to talk about this as well. Deontay Wilder coming back, man. I can't wait for this fight. Deontay Wilder versus Robert Helenius. Obviously, that's happening in October. Seeing him fighting the way that he's fighting, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm just going to respect it. I'm just going to hope for the best because he's fighting differently. He's changing his style. He's changing everything about how he moved. The one thing I do agree with is that he's, fighting at a weight that he should have been fighting at for, long. He should have stayed at. I should say he should have never tried to get heavier and all this good stuff. But That's a conversation for a different day. You feel me? But I just want to salute to the people, man. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. We already know Fluence Friday gonna be tomorrow. Salute to the people. Fluence Lounge gonna be Saturday. We're gonna go crazy with it when it comes to Joseph Parker versus Joe Joyce. Hit the like button, man. I don't know when y'all gonna be watching this. If you're watching it now, whatever the case may be, like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Be part of the BlakGooseTV family. You already know what we on. We're just gonna keep moving and grooving. You already know what it is, man. Your boy Fluenceboxing. Much love to the people. Had a good time tonight. I didn't even think I was gonna do nothing tonight, but here we are. Nonetheless, Friday is almost here. I'm happy about that. For some, it's already here, but for me, it's like 20 minutes away. Can't wait. The weekend's almost here. That means we got Fluence Fridays and Fluence Lounge coming up. So salute the people. I'm out of here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Salute the people. On Schwarzenegger side of the game. I'll be back, but with more boxing. Stay blessed, not stressed. I'm out.